The best one for me is Ellen DeGeneres, who is, by the way, a very nasty person. I've had dealings with her in Australia. Could I tell you some stories about that cow? But anyway, good riddance to her. But she was quite friendly with that P. Diddy bloke, wasn't she?
Well, this is why I say release the Diddy files.
Yeah.
Release the Diddy files. Come on, Donald Trump. We want to know whose name.
So maybe she's hightailing out of there before all that is thrown at her as well.
I just want to point out the prosecutors say that Combs has been obstructing Justice Tom from behind bars, that he's been partaking in three-way calling, that he's used other inmates' PAC numbers. That's a way that they can dial out, and that he has used at least 8 other inmates' PAC numbers to make phone calls, and that they're worried, in case anybody out there is watching this and confused, why can't he be out on bail? Prosecutors are worried that he is going to tamper with witnesses and convince people not to testify, and that it's going to make it really hard ahead of his criminal trial for prosecutors. Because remember, he's going to be, going to trial on May 5th in the courthouse behind me. It's not that far away.
And finally, Donald Trump's presidential win has sparked an exodus of American celebrities, many of whom are now seeking refuge abroad. The latest one to join the list is former TV show host Ellen DeGeneres.
All right. I'm going to go to you first, Kat, because this is I think you understand this story. So Ellen and her wife, Portia, have left their millionaire haven of Montecito for England. Now, they're saying they'll never come back in the wake of Trump's win. Do you think that's the reason why she's leaving?
I think she's fleeing for way more than her anger over Trump.
And the same woman who laughed about killing Trump.
If you had to be stuck in an elevator with either President Trump, Mike Pence, or Jeff Sessions, who would it be?
Does one of us have to come out alive?
And pundits thought that these two multimillionaire stars fleeing a Trump presidency was a sign of things to come.
It does mark the beginning of a kind of cultural brain drain, right? When the best and brightest of your population no longer feel like they want to stay here, they go elsewhere, then it starts to create kind of an inevitability that other people that are following behind, whether in this case it's celebrities and actors, but it also could be your brightest scientists, your brightest economic thinkers. And so I think it impacts the political climate in the way that it might hurt particular sectors as well.
They've left behind their lavish California estates and relocated to England's posh countryside. The move was reportedly long planned, but hastened by Trump's win.
Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis split rumors have been circulating online after his friendship with Diddy has been put under a magnifying glass following the rapper's arrest. But here's why. Photos resurfaced online of Ashton with Diddy, as well as videos in which he discussed the duo's friendship and made comments about the rapper's parties. In 2019, while doing an appearance on Hot Ones, the That 70s Show star said the two had become fast friends.
Diddy party stories, they're our favorite genre of anecdote, if you have one, yeah.
Wow, okay, I've got a lot I can't tell. So, I can't tell that one either. I mean, I'm like actually cycling through them. There was one moment, so it's not really a party story, but our relationship was really bizarre. So it started over punked, because he was like, yo,
don't punk
you
me.
Can't punk me. And I was like, I don't know what to tell you. Everybody's on the table. He's like, not me, I'm off the table. And so that started our conversation. We became fast friends, and we used to just hang out, watch football together. And he came over, and I was like, I'm going for a run. He's like, oh, I'll go for a run with you. And so he comes over to go for a run. About halfway through the run, he's like, yo, I'm running out of gas right now. But we had like paparazzi all around us at the time. He's like, you gotta slow down but make it look like you're not slowing down.
Because he had to
I don't want to look like I'm not gonna be able to finish this thing. And he was losing it, right? Like he was like me right now with the wings and the heat starting to kick up. And he's like, and so we finish out the run. And then he was so upset over the fact that he got skunked on this run. That year, he decided to run the New York Marathon. And so he just started immediately training for the New York Marathon.
I like that. Bounce back.
Well, he just can't lose. Even when he's that close to humility, that like it becomes a driver. And so then he went out and ran the New York Marathon.
Rumors then began to swirl that the actor and his wife might be heading towards a breakup. However, a source slammed the split speculation, telling People Wednesday this is absolutely ridiculous and false. Meanwhile, another source appeared to clarify to the outlet about Ashton and the rapper's bond, saying, Ashton has no involvement in any of this.
Family members of music mogul Sean Diddy Combs arrived at a federal courthouse in New York as his attorneys urged a judge to release Combs on a $50 million bond. They argued Combs should be placed on home confinement in a 3-bedroom New York City apartment under 24/7 monitoring by full-time security. The prosecution argued Combs nor private security could be trusted to comply with the court. The judge did not immediately rule and says he will have a decision next week. This comes just days after the filing of 5 new civil lawsuits against Combs by men and women.
So she left a celebrity base to go to London, and she's already ensconced with other celebrities. So she's basically still in the same bubble.
She's not going back to London. She's going to Oxfordshire. And as the only person on this set who attended Oxford University.
Oh, way to drop that
It's
in.
true. I can tell you that there is nothing high British Oxford society loves more than a failed and despised American talk show host.
I have a place to go.
She's going to be right there partying with, Duran, what's left of them. And, she's already been seen at the Top Gear's pub and so on. Can you imagine how sad her life is going to be over there?
Yeah.
She's going to be like, I used to be big. First of all, she's going back to the Shire. She looks like she's going back to Hobbitland to me.
She looks like she fits in perfect. She looks like a proper
She will fit right in under the toadstools of Oxfordshire.
It is funny. She will not be sitting in a pub elbow to elbow with the plumber. She's already she's just moved from one rich place to the other. And
like California's going to change under Trump.
Yeah. Good luck. All right.
Seriously.
But Ellen and Portia aren't the only ones trading Trump's America for greener pastures. Enter Eva Longoria, the desperate housewife star who wasn't desperate enough to stay put. Citing California's sky-high taxes, rampant homelessness, and Trump's rise to power, Longoria and her family relocated to a transcontinental lifestyle between Mexico and Spain. She now splits her time between Europe and Latin America for work, avoiding Los Angeles like it's a bad ex. This new trend of celebrity escapism says a lot about the current state of America, or at least the version of it seen through Hollywood's jaded lens.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
I mean, Ellen got canceled for real a few years ago from just being a jerk.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't like a single comment she said or something she did, just lots of people saying that working for her was a living nightmare and that she's a jerk. And I think that's probably why she wants to leave, because she hasn't really been able to make a comeback.
Yeah.
I mean, remember how everybody loved Ellen? They're like, Ellen, we love you. Ellen's here, yay. And then that all went away. So she probably has been thinking of a reason to leave, and now she thinks that this is the reason to try to make it look like some sort of, look how afraid I am. I feel how you feel because I'm, of Trump.
Danica, there was a 2020 BuzzFeed report that came out that detailed a toxic work environment from about, 36 staffers. So if there's any good reason for Ellen DeGeneres to be leaving the country, I don't think it's really the re-election of Donald Trump. It's probably the fact that she should be running from these staffers and the whole reason that her show lost its place and is no longer on the air, because this whole feel good, be kind, be nice vibe that Ellen had, I think that's gone out the window. So you know what? All I can say is good on her for making good on her promise to leave. She and Portia can go. But aside from that, at least she made good on it. Now, if we can just get all the other pompous celebrities who said they were going to leave and say, you guys follow suit, please.
Before jetting off, Ellen made sure to leave nothing tying her down stateside. She put her Montecito mansion on the market and waved goodbye to her Santa Barbara estate, raking in a cool $96 million. The pair had been plotting their escape for quite a while, reportedly driven by their vocal support for Kamala Harris, who, much to their dismay, didn't end up in the Oval Office. DeGeneres even made a sly dig at Vice President-elect J.D. Vance on Instagram, calling herself a childless cat lady, which is apparently Ellen speak for "I'm done here."